guys, and welcome to another episode of
Mum
and Son. I am Jay and I'm the son.
and I'm Alicia and I'm the mum.
So, today's episode that we're going to do and talk about is going to be something great.
Yeah, well, as usual. We're going to talk a little bit about today about action.
That's right.
And that means in all forms, you know, acting on things, how to spur yourself into action and how to take action, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Action is one of those things that sometimes, what I like about it, let's just say this, is that it breaks through sometimes the overthinking.
Yeah.
And I think we'll talk about that, how we can analyze things so much and try to be like, okay, I'll take action when I'm ready or some this and that.
Yeah, we can procrastinate.
Procrastination, exactly.
And we can try to get, you know, if you're one of those people that needs to get everything perfect, you know, that perfectionism can actually stop you taking action. So we'll cover all those things as well, I reckon.
All of that.
Yeah.
So I guess starting at action and looking at it, I mean, what's the sort of...
Well, to me, action is, I don't know, one of the most important things that you can do or undertake in your life. And what I mean is this. Often we ask the questions, what should we do? How should we do it? When should we do it? If we should do it, should we do it? Those kind of questions. And we're waiting for those answers to spur ourselves into action. Okay, when I know how, that's when I'll act, you know, or when I understand X, that's when I'll do Z. But what I would like to encourage people to do is to start taking action as soon as possible, as soon as you can. Even if those questions haven't been answered, just start to act. In other words, action is like putting your foot forward in front of the other. It's like, you know, taking a step in some way, shape or form. It's a bit like that thing you said about I'll try. You know, it's you don't need something else to be validated or to be told to you to take action. What I believe is that once you start taking the action in whichever way, in whatever little small step it is, that's when those answers start to be revealed. That's when what, how, why, when start to slowly be revealed to you, because you are in the motion. You're taking action. That's my view.
I think so.
On action.
Just as, no, I think that's a really great point. And just as you said that, I was thinking about the whole thing with, it's almost like trying to put the carriage in front of the horse.
Cart before the horse.
Or the cart before the horse.
Yeah, that's saying.
Because it's like we sometimes, as you said, we wait for the right moment, or some people may wait for the guidance to do something, or they may wait for the idea, or they may wait for the right time or the perfect time. But when you take the action, those things are revealed, or it becomes clearer about the next step, and so on.
As you go along.
Yeah, because it's almost like the carriage car can't have no momentum going forward if the horse isn't already
in front of it,
moving,
and leading it
in some way. So when you have it with action, that's what it's like. It's like leading it forward, and then everything else will kind of follow in and come about and be revealed, or
as you go along.
As you go along.
Yeah, it's like, you remember we spoke about an analogy. If you haven't seen some of our previous sessions, if you go back, we spoke about an analogy of, you know, driving and, you know, as they say, having your headlights on to guide you all the way. And action is also a similar thing, is that, you know, if you're not in motion, if you're not kind of behind the wheel and actually moving, you know, if there's a bend in the road, you don't know that you need to take it or not. But as you are actioning and going through the process, that bend comes to you, and you know that you need to bend to avoid a curve or whatever. So action, that motion, is the answer.
Wow.
That you're waiting for.
Yeah.
Don't wait for the answer to take the action. Take the action, and then the answer will be revealed in some way, shape or form along the way.
Yeah.
That's how I see action,
Wow, that's amazing. And that is totally, it's almost like, once again, these paradoxical things.
Yeah, like we said in the other.
Yeah, because
like paradoxes.
Yeah, because to some extent, to the way we may usually think in a more general way.
Yeah.
We'd be like, oh no, but surely I have to, it's almost like surely I have to wait for the right answer or something, and then I know what to do.
Yeah.
But as you said, it's like when you take that action and you're doing things, that's the answer, because the answer, the clarity
will be correct.
Everything will start to be more
revealed
clear and come to you.
Yeah, and the clearer you'll get in the process of your action.
Yeah.
Some people say, well, you know what, I'm not going to do anything because, I've thought it through, and, as far as I can see, if I start doing something about it, things are not going to work out because I need to know or have thought the full thing through from start to finish before I take one little step.
Yeah.
Fair enough if that's what somebody wants to do, fine, but I can guarantee you that you may procrastinate or delay your progression whilst you are waiting to think through everything or think through each step or action before you take the first step. You have to take the first step, and then you start to get clearer on what's my next step, where am I going to go next.
True.
Certain things happen every step you take that you say, wow, it's getting clearer. I now need to do this as your emotion. I now need to do that as your emotion. When you're standing still, trying to figure it all out in your head, that's not action, that's procrastination.
Wow, it's absolutely true. And so why do you think that we may have a tendency to do that, to kind of over analyze it or get it perfect? Is it the fear of getting it wrong? Is it somehow to some extent justifying that there's no point in doing it unless I'm going to do it right? Are we scared to, sort of like thinking, well, if I take action as the wrong type of action, isn't that going to be more detrimental? And is that itself, if people out there, if you do think like that, you kind of realize, no, it's not, because you're going to know more of what to do by doing something.
Correct. I'm a great believer in intuition. As I've said to you in the past, intuition is like listening to the voice of your soul. Intuition is that gut feeling that is guiding and giving you just that inkling into what you should do. Yes or no, So if you are in action, you're using your intuition in a powerful way, because that is what you're going to need to draw on to start making progress. If you try and think things through with the mind, we know how the mind can be. It can be positive, it can be negative, it can hold you back. Once you start getting negative thoughts, you think, oh, my mind told me this, my mind told me that. Ooh, I'm not going to do it. I think, I should hold back here and I'm not saying be reckless. I'm not saying do something irrational or do something reckless. I'm saying take the first step. If getting your business started means that, you need to pick up the phone and make a call. And then you say to yourself, well, I'm not going to make that call till I kind of know whether it'll be a done deal or not, then that's procrastination. My thing is take action, pick up the phone, make the call, and see what the outcome will be as you're in motion. And then you might talk to someone that might change.
That's true.
Your direction. They might give you some advice. That's what I mean.
It's like, because I think we do these things thinking, oh, like I can do that, but what questions, like, so sticking with your like analogy, and that's a good example because there are many ones for people that want to do many types of things. And let's say with the analogy of using, like, want to do a business and you're picking up the phone to speak to whoever, whether that's a business loan company or some kind of business planning development company, they might help you do your plan or whatever. It's almost like, even you don't need to know everything that's going to happen during the transaction or the you speak to that person and so on in this example. But as you said, whether you learn what was good from that or what wasn't is still a shift and a momentum forward towards the next step towards opening that business. So I think that's right in what you said. I think sometimes we think about things in a way where it has to tick every box, or we have to be prepped and prepared fully and this and that. But with things like this in life, and you find with many things in life, some of the time, it's only when we take the action that we grow in and get more prepared as time goes along, because we're learning whilst we're also going
you're
along
learning,
as well.
You're getting wiser, you
that
know,
growth
and
that.
You used a nice word there. I love that. You said momentum, and that is, in a way, it's like momentum and energy taking you forward. When you're standing still, there's no energy being used, and you know that momentum is at a standstill. And once things are at a standstill, it's not easy to pick up. You know, it's like wheels in motion that come to a full stop. If you have action, if you kind of perceive action as like a wheel in motion, building momentum, gathering speed, taking you faster from where you are to where you want to go. And if you see like action as, say, wheels in motion, you can understand that, when the wheels are in motion, I'm moving faster, I'm getting to my destination faster, I'm learning to navigate the bumps and the bumps in the road and the curves and whatever, but I'm getting there. When you stand at the start of your destination, you haven't even taken one step forward, and you're trying to perceive what the road ahead is going to be like, and how will you get from A to B, and it's impossible. You can't figure out every twist and turn and every single bump in the road by standing still at the start.
That's true. That's exactly
you
true.
have to go.
That's it. And that's a powerful way to see it. And that's why it's always nice that we throw different types of views, whether it's us just saying it, or whether we visually give you a analogy and an example. Because when you see it like that, you're totally true. You can't know exactly every turn in the road, or maybe bump, or the straight paths of the road. But the only thing you know is where you are and where your destination is. And the only other thing that you know is, if I don't go forward, I'm not reaching my destination.
Correct.
Those are things that you do know. So it's almost like you can either know that and not do it, and nothing will happen, and you'll procrastinate, you'll make up every reason and this and that, or you can start to go forward, and as you said, the momentum picks up. And once the momentum picks up, it's like that thing with the snowball when it's going down the hill. And it starts so small, and then as it goes like further down, it grows bigger and goes faster. And I think it's like that with action. The more you take it and the more you do it, the more
momentum you give yourself.
The more momentum happens, and the bigger the impact, the bigger like the success, if that's what you want in something, the bigger the opportunities, the bigger your drive becomes, everything. Because the momentum's there, you built it up. And not only that, the path you're on now, it's almost like no matter what happens, you know that you're reaching that destination. You're on the way. And because they have that famous saying, don't they? Too much analysis causes paralysis. Exactly.
And that's where you start to hinder your life's progression. That's when you start to destroy an opportunity, or destroy a chance, or miss something important, because you're standing there procrastinating and you're paralyzed. You can never move forward because you're asking your mind to figure out everything. You're asking your mind to tell you everything, and in truth, the mind doesn't really know. It's just giving you certain things, whether they're positive or negative, and you're going by them. It's not truth.
Well, this is the thing, and it reminds me, you may have heard mindfulness teachers say this and stuff, but it's almost like, the mind loves kind of trying to look at like problems and puzzles and think about it and solve out these complex things and so on and so forth. The problem with that fully is if you apply it in your life the whole time and you try to always come from that place, you're going to try and over plan and over analyze to the point, as you say, that analysis leads to the paralysis. So I kind of see it as, and people will see on different levels, but it's almost like wherever in your heart is right and you should be doing, come from that place, rather than the whatever you've been conditioned and the over analyzing, because too much of that, I'm not saying you can't listen to whatever's going on. If there's a good idea, great, and if it links in with your soul or the center of your heart and you feel that and it's like, wow, that is, then go for it. But when it's something about, oh, I can't do this or that, or I need to do this first, and all those excuses that we don't even recognize we're doing, but sometimes we justify it to ourselves as that makes sense. If that's hindering you from what you feel in your heart you should be doing, or you feel in your being should be happening and reaching, then that doesn't agree with what you really are and what you should be doing. And that's when I say it's rubbish. Don't listen to that. Take action and you'll start, because if you take action and you feel good, that's how you know you're doing the right thing. And
I do believe that action does make you feel good. Even if it's a tiny little step, you'll feel good about yourself that you've taken that step, no matter how small. And that's the beauty about action as well, that in acting, moving forward, you're starting to get a feel-good factor about what it is you're doing or going forward.
That's really true.
When you procrastinate and overthink things and you're thinking, I'm not taking a step till I'm absolutely certain of XYZ, then you know what? There's no feel-good factor about that. You're thinking, well, I should have done this yesterday, or I should have acted yesterday on this. It came to my mind, I let it pass, I let it go, and you're just left with regret in it.
It's true. And this topic is action is something that, because we may see things like, we all know if we go to work or we at school when we're studying or something like that, we're taking action during the job or during whatever type of course you're on and so on if you're a student. But that action, when it comes to trying to go for the thing that we really love, or the thing we really want to do, or the thing that we may have been holding ourselves back on, sometimes taking the right action on that thing can be the hardest. Sure. But it's so important, and it's such, even I think about it, when you are a baby and you're a kid in that, everything you do is you take action. Like when you try and walk, you take action to try and walk. When you try and talk,
if you were to sit in your little buggy all day long, you would never learn to walk.
Exactly. And even when you talk, you just try and get words out and you talk. Imagine, but it's like as we grow older, we become smarter, yes, but we also complicate things. That's
hold ourselves back. That's another
because
thing.
We're trying to analyze, I can't just walk, using an analogy. I have to make sure that I know how to put my foot out. Like imagine if you was a baby, you was thinking
and you were trying to analyze.
I have to balance in the perfect way, so it's at this thing and it's a perfect balance, and then my posture has to be great. And what kind of thing is this? We just learn through action and doing again and again and again, and then it all just becomes clear.
And if you try and walk and you fall down, you pick yourself up, and you keep going.
And then you learn to balance. Like you learn, if I lean too far forward, I fall over. So now, but as you said, that answer and knowing can only come from the action.
The action itself.
And that's it. Yeah. So that overcomplication is the thing that does hold us back the most.
It is
Because when you look at it,
detrimental, yeah.
even when we're younger, action was the thing that probably led us more to knowing, finding out, doing,
Exactly.
and succeeding.
Yeah. And that's why I've said at the start, everything will be revealed to you.
Yeah, and that's true.
Through your action. You know, whether it's business, whether you're, you know, whether this is love, whether this is anything that you are hoping to attain or achieve. Never be fearful. Go forward. Act. Doesn't matter in what little or big way you take that action, even if it's minuscule, it's momentum, and that action is going to be the start of getting it going, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve or do, or you know. So you know, in terms of for today's session, I can only just say to everyone watching and listening, if you need to act on something, don't hold yourself back. Don't try and analyze and get all the answers before. Just take a first step. And like your thing that said, let me just try, or let's try.
That's exactly it. And what I then add to that is, if you ever do sort of, if you take action and stuff, and then you're doing it, and then you think to yourself, okay, now I've taken some action, I've learned some things, how can I carry on doing that, and how can I do it more effectively? So instead of analyzing before taking anything, and you don't know nothing because you're just analyzing what you think can happen but hasn't happened, so it's based on a false projection. When you start taking action for a good enough or a sustainable amount of time, there may be times when you may hit a setback or something, and then you'll look at it and go, great, I've learned this, I've done this, I know this, and I know this, now what can I do? And still carry on to take
another
action.
step.
So if you have to
if you
analyze
get stuck,
it or go through it to some respect, do that when you've taken a
certain
sustainable amount of action.
If you do find, because all along the way in the process of action, you can gently reevaluate, trust your intuition.
Reevaluate.
You can do that and trust your intuition. Say, well, you know, my gut kind of tells me I should do this or whatever. And so that, once it's being done in motion, it's faster, it's easier. You start to get a feel for what to do next.
That's also true. You're right. Because it's already in motion, you have a more clearer and better feel.
Yeah. And the answers start to come to you faster and easier. And
also, it's almost, as I said, it's like if you're analysing something that hasn't happened, you don't really have a proper sort of, how do you say, like you don't have a proper sort of gauge on what it really is. But when you are having that momentum and there is movement, you understand things of what's really going on in a much better way. So whatever you do re-evaluate and kind of put into practice next, when you continue taking action, is going to really help as well. And
I would say, like, if you do get stuck, the next thing to do is to take another bit of action.
True.
You know,
it's
because
true,
action, if you come to a standstill, you take another bit of action, you're back on the road again. You're back in motion again. So, you know, by keep taking action, you are always on a pathway to success, I would say. And
I think just adding to this is, don't always think that action has to be huge at first. Because some people go, I want to take action, but
it's going to take...
I've got to, then they put that condition of it has to be this, or it has to be huge, it has to be that. Any action that you didn't do yesterday is great. You know, any action you're doing today that you didn't do yesterday is the right thing. Correct. Because that's all this is.
It's never too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late to take action, and it's never too late to start something. It doesn't matter how small, that moves you toward a goal, whether it's a huge action or tiny action. You know, a phone call, you know, something small. can start the action. It doesn't, you don't have to perceive it as some huge thing that's so huge you can't take it.
That's exactly it.
You know,
That's exactly
that again is building something up in your mind that
Yeah.
becomes so huge that you think to yourself, I can't do this.
Yeah.
You know, this is going to take a lot out of me to actually get this going. You know, I'm just using the analogy of business, for example, where, you know, you say, oh, okay, I want to start a business where I want to do X, Y, Z, and, you know, I'm going to need manufacturers, I'm going to need this, I'm going to need that. Wow, I don't think I can get started. But if you started to maybe do a little bit of research, maybe if you contacted someone, maybe if you know, looked into your market, did a little bit of market research, spoke to your, you know, your, anything like that is action. And then you know, even say, for example, you did a little bit of market research, you spoke to people, you found out, oh gosh, my initial idea was to do this, but then I'm seeing a demand for something else.
Yeah, and as you said,
and that's
that research, even talking to people, you'll find out, oh, this person may be a great manufacturer to use, or this site may be the best site to host my stuff on.
Yeah.
And then you know, so it's
or someone might say, hey, you know, you need to check out this wholesalers.
Or,
you know,
you may find
that's
that out.
action.
Like that's it. And that, as you said, those answers come through the action.
Correct.
Because the momentum is what brought the answers, what revealed
that small step,
the solutions, or the, you know, so that's the powerful thing of it. And I like this because action, we know about, you know, just taking action and this and that, but when you break it down, or when we broke it down the way we did, and you look at it from a broader point of view, you recognize, wow, there's a lot of power in action.
A lot of power.
There's a lot of power.
Of power. You know, literally, it is one of the most powerful gifts we have at our disposal. Yeah. You know, at our disposal. You know, at our fingers. Yeah. You know,
right now.
To do to, you know, and it's a personal thing. You know, someone can say to you, "Oh, I suggest you do this, you know," and you say, oh, "Okay, yeah, okay," but at the end of the day, it's up to me. Yeah. It's up to me. No one can do your action for you for the long term.
That's exactly it.
You know, this must come from within to get things going for yourself, or for you to take things in a new direction. You know, people can wish for you, they can hope for you, but they cannot do it for you.
Exactly.
That falls in your hands. That becomes a decision process of, this is now up to me. You know that saying, if it's to be, it's up to me. Yeah, that kind of thing. And that's the cool thing about action, is it gives you, you know, a sense of responsibility. You know, we haven't covered that. You know, perhaps there's going to be another session, but you know, it gives you that sense of responsibility. I need to act. No one else can act and do it for you.
And I think that, as you said, that the responsibility, I think it should also give you a sense of empowerment.
Absolutely.
Because you're literally sort of taking action is almost like, the way I see it is like life force or power, like you're pushing, or you know, like you're putting in that thrust of energy is going forward. Like when I look at it on that kind of visual level, it's very huge.
It's
like,
powerful,
you know, you're setting in motion something really great. Yeah. So it's so powerful.
It is powerful, and you know, once you become aware of the power of action, you can basically change your life.
And well, that's what I was, just to add on that, once you become aware of the power of action, and once you do it, even if it's the smaller ones, you will have the momentum to take the bigger actions. Yeah. Because some people they'll see the bigger ones, may feel a bit discouraged by it or something like that. Yeah. But it's almost like once you take action and it becomes a part of you, you're not scared to now make it a habit to take even more action, bigger action. And that could spill to other parts of your life. And the
easier it will become, because once you're in motion,
it will become.
You know, it's like a plane. If a plane is moving and in motion, it's not going to drop out of the sky.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, it's when there is no motion, it starts free falling. And you know, as an analogy, it's
that's
similar to your life. You know,
true.
if you're in motion and you're definitely taking action, no matter how big or how small, you've got momentum, you're moving forward, you are unlikely to come to a standstill because you're moving forward. But if you're not moving, or you stop, even you take action but then you quit, or you take action and then you stop, you are going to bring yourself to a standstill in some way, shape or form. So
that's a perfect way to summarize it all, and it's true. And I like the fact I'm sure you guys would appreciate, we did a few analogies as well, and I think that's good because, you know, we can overcomplicate life some of the times, but these are the sort of the simple and straightforward principles and things that run very true. So
I have one of my sayings which says sometimes things are so simple we simply can't comprehend them.
Exactly.
You know, it's like sometimes things are so simple we can't get our head around it, but it's just that simple.
Exactly. So I think, you know, just it's as simple as that. Just, you know, take action, the first type of action that you can, and just keep building up on it. And
keep
the
going,
answers, everything, keep going.
Believe in yourself.
On the right.
Going.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep believing in yourself.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it. So thank you for watching this episode. And listen, if you have anything to say or add or share, then you can leave a comment. We'll be happy to see it. Be happy to look at it. And if you like this episode, then give it a thumbs up and give it a like. That'll be well appreciated.
Yeah, always, as always.
And if you want to join the family and join the channel, then you know what to do. You can subscribe. We're always bringing out new content, and let us know as well if there's anything else you want us to go over or talk about, because it's our pleasure. And remember, this is something that we're even taking action on as well.
Yeah,
so
and
exactly
it's not even that. We're also learning a lot by taking this action ourselves.
It's very true.
So,
we're learning about what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
But we're also sort of learning more about ourselves, and it's helping us grow.
Yeah, as part of this journey with you. So it's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So everything we say, we also are doing ourselves. So we're all in the same boat in that type of respect, and anything's possible.
We're all the same, you know. People watching will say, "Oh, but from your point of view, maybe you understand it all. You know, no. We're like everyone. We're growing. We're learning. We're you know. This is part of our growth as well.
Exactly that. So I guess that's it, guys, and I hope you enjoy. Remember to take action and keep doing it. And until the next time we take action and do another episode, we are done. This is MumNSon. See you on the next one.